makes the game, it changes the beauty of the game, because if the player was truly fouled, then the referee has every right to call for the infringement. But let me alone, it's too early in the game for a penalty, and it's changed the entire beauty of the game, because it brings a certain notion. Yes, host nation, the referee can't afford to let this go. So it will mean that in the subsequent games, it might happen, the referee might ignore, it gets to a different country, they will accept it. But it changes the beauty of the game, at least when the game progresses.
So, but it was a clear foul.
That's why I said that, yes, it might be a clear foul, but
you don't agree that it was a foul. But let me say that they've missed the kick.
To tell you that then there was something at play, because if it was a genuine,
no,
it was agree. A genuine kick, it was a genuine penalty, it would have scored from the spot kick.
Sofiane Rahimi has missed a glorious opportunity to write his name in the history books as the first player to score in the 2025 African Cup of Nations.
I think when Comoros hit the target first, if Comoros is to score first, it will make the Moroccans settle, because the Moroccans are pushing the Comoros national team to they're pushing them too much. So once it gets, or the Moroccans or the Comoros national team scores first, Morocco will settle, then play their normal game. But till now, they are just forcing to get their first game or their first goal of the tournament.
That is it. And I can tell you that from 2008, Michael Essien scored the opening goal. In 2010, it was Flavio Amando for Angola. 2012, it was Emmanuel Mayuka. In 2013, it was Sibwe Chabalala. In 2015, it was Javier Barboa. 2017, Sadio Mane. 2018, Ahmed El Mohammadi, Vincent Abubakar. In 2021, and Seko Fofana in 2023. And it is Ula's Enterprise. For those of you who keep asking if we are going to show the game, please, I want you to know that we don't have the right. And that is the reason why we cannot show the game. So all the sites streaming on YouTube, they are going to do with them, and that is not what we're going to do.
Of course, if you don't have the right and you want to go in for something that is not yours, they will come at you. And they might let you stream for some time, but when it's getting tough, when you are getting excited on what you are doing, you are getting the numbers, then you realize that you are off the market, and it will take you some huge sums of money or some write-ups to recover your channel. So I think that if you don't have the rights, just don't try to play smart, because they are monitoring all over the world, probably across Africa. So if you don't have the rights, please stay safe. Just go and get yourself a place to just watch the game, or better still, there are so many alternatives that you can use to get yourself something to for yourself. But if you don't have the rights, forget it.
All right, so let's continue. Morocco missing a golden opportunity. Sofiane Rahimi missing from the penalty spot. Glorious opportunity. Glorious opportunity. Missed by the 29-year-old Al-Ain striker. Soufiane, and look at that. No direction. Goalkeeper Panda just kept his composure and he saved the ball brilliantly.
Of course, he was going in for the straight one and he was already on his way to jubilating, but he realized that the ball was not in the net, so he had to raise his hand in shame. But I think the Moroccans need to settle in the game. I'm not sure it's because of the downpour, but if it is, then they need to calm down. We are just early into the game, 15 minutes into the first half. We have more time, 30 minutes before the first half. So they should wait, possess the ball, and everything will fall in place.
They should wait and possess the ball. Everything will fall in place. Ulas Enterprise. Ulas generator set, water pump, drilling machine, compactors, wheelbarrow. There is only one place for you, and that is Ulas Enterprise. So far, 11 attacks for Morocco, 3 for Comoros. Morocco just around the Comoros box. Soufiane inside the 18-yard box. He's been forced to his wicker foot. Amdouri whipping the ball straight. And Morocco keep getting the opportunities. So with Onai, and there is Comoros, they clear their lines. They are not able to do it proper, but the referee comes to their aid.
It's like struggling to impress. They are trying to impress their fans. If you play like that, then they will be surprised that Comoros might get the first goal. Then they would want to equalize. Then Comoros get the second. Then they are off the game. You get it? So I think that they should stay calm. They are playing very well in the first half. Just stay calm. The goal will come by itself. Just try to shoot from afar. Possess the ball. Do not rely on get into the box and get a penalty. If you get into the box and you can shoot and score, do that and make it count for your national team.
That is it. Tempura hold up. Roman size is done. He will not be able to continue again. Roman size is done. He will not be able to play the game. 35 years of age. Roman size plays for Assad. Andre Ayew's former team.
Of course, he shouldn't be crying. He's a sportsman. And it's early days. Probably he might miss just 2 games or some 3 games. And he might be back. So why is he crying? I don't see why he should be shedding tears.
He should understand that he's an old man. So,
of course,
yes.
you are 35. Somebody is even 17. A person is sitting on the bench. So not even the age, but once you're a sportsman and you get into a tournament and you get injured, no matter how painful it is, or how probably I don't know the word to use, but you really want to make an incursion in the tournament and you get injured, you should have at the back of your mind that yes, it's not over until we are out. So you could come back anytime and make your quota count.
Roman size has been replaced by Jawad El Yaming, 33 years of age. It looks like this Moroccan team, a lot of experience in there.
Because once you are old, they say that what the old people will see sitting down, you the young person, you will not see.
We'll use AI to see it.
Of course, when you use AI is not as organic as what the old people will used to do. So I think that yes, the 33-year-old, the 45, the 37, all brings their expertise on or into the game that will help blend the 18s, the 20s, the 25s, all to make it count in the team.
All right, we're back underway, and that is the visitors trying And Morocco might be in trouble. But the lineman has raised his flag. They were nearly in trouble.
This, I think some of the rules that are coming into football, it's amazing because initially if it was an offside, it would have been flagged instantly, but now they'll have to wait either the person scores or check whatever before they flag the person, because this was an offside. They were all waiting for it to be flagged, but it wasn't happening. But what if the goal had count or the ball had went into the net, then would have changed.
No, there is always VAR to review it. So
there are instances where the ball will enter the net, then the VAR will just allow.
But as far as the AFCON is concerned, we know that the VAR never gets it wrong.
There are instances it might get it wrong.
All right, let's get back at the Abdallah Stadium. Now, after the penalty miss, it looks like the away team are stepping out gradually, but they lose this one to Morocco again. Naive Aged will pick this one inside midfield. He's scanning, finds Brahim Diaz. Sofiane Amrabat will pick it, spread it wide to Mazraoui. Mazraoui to Brahim Diaz. Unai will pick it back to Brahim Diaz. Won the first penalty for Morocco. It couldn't be converted by Sofiane. Morocco still around the goal area of Comoros, but they are not getting dangerous balls in there. Morocco entering the 18-yard box, they're whipping across, but it couldn't get to a red-shirted man. But Mazraoui will pick it up and will give it to Brahim Diaz. Back to Mazraoui. He's whipping another cross. And there is the Atlas Lions knocking on the door. Brahim Diaz causing a lot of trouble for Comoros. They're whipping the ball. They clear it. It is back to Moroccan feet. There is a player on the ground. So the referee will halt the game and attend to them. Please, I want to state this. We don't have the right to show the game. So, and as you can see, every single channel that started showing the game when we started, they've taken it down. That is why you are not seeing any channel showing it again. Why? We don't have the right. So don't create the impression like show the match. Like we have it and then yes. Even multi-choice, who have the right to show it on TV, they don't have the right to show it on YouTube. So bear with us, and then let us do the job. Very simple. 22 minutes of action. What can you say?
I can say that it's been an interesting game so far. Comoros are sticking to their game plan. Morocco are just mounting pressure on Comoros to concede an early goal, which they are not getting, and it's making them frustrated, trying to swing passes that are not making headway. So I think that it's going to be interesting if the game progresses in the early or in the 70th minute, 75th minute, and there is no goal. Then frustration sets in. Then everything changes like that.
Morocco haven't lost a single game in 2025, and they are the best African team according to the November FIFA ranking. And there is Sofiane moving forward, goes past his marker, but you have two Comoros players to do it. Still a lot of possession, but Sabari and Sofiane, they are not causing trouble for Comoros like Brahim Diaz and Mazraoui are doing on the right side of Morocco's attack.
Of course, because if they are not causing trouble, it means that they are watching them play and they are not getting so much of the ball. And if you are not really getting so much of the ball, it means that you are not coming to the party. You need to immerse yourself in the game. And it's a game, in a game like this, if you are caught standing, you'll be in trouble because you stand and you get tired, but you try to follow the ball and just get one or two passes together. That is what we call a teamwork.
That is what we call a teamwork. And we still in the first 45 minutes, 25 minutes gone, 20 to go. Morocco still again, Mazraoui doing a lot of good runs. And Naiva again, the crowd encouraged him to shoot, but he didn't. Sabari whipping another ball, but Sofiane couldn't get the connection. Mazraoui picked it up, Sofiane Amrabat whipping the ball again, and it has been cleared out of danger, but they are not out of the woods yet. Pressure upon pressure on Comoros, but they are still in the game, having conceded the penalty, but the goalkeeper saved his team out of trouble. Comoros struggling to swing passes together.
Yes, it's going to be tough for Comoros if they are really going to sit at the back and watch the Moroccans come at them. They are going to really suffer. They should match them. They should match them. It's just 26 minutes and you can't defend for 90 minutes. And this is an opening game. So, yes, they have it in mind that, yes, Morocco would win. Though Morocco would win, let's try and also match them. But if you sit back and watch them play, it's going to be difficult for you to also make an occasion. The Moroccans are ballooning the ball above their players. They should watch and kick the ball. The long passes are too much. Just someone who is closer to you, you give the ball, you also look at the opponent and give the ball to a colleague. That is the only way they are going to progress.
That is the only way you are going to progress. 27 minutes of action. Morocco still piling the pressure. What a reckless tackle on Salah Eneri from Yusuf. Zari. The tackle was not good. Zaidu. Should have been a yellow card.
I think the referee is trying to be very calm in the game, not giving away many cards in the opening game. But I think if there's one that needs to be flagged, he should, or he shouldn't hesitate to flag it, and let's see how it's going to caution how they go into the tackles and other things.
Morocco, Unai whipping the ball, but the ball did its job, and Morocco have a corner kick.
The way the Moroccans are playing is like they are missing the services of some key players, but that shouldn't be the case. If it happens like that, then you are trying to tell the fans at the stadium that in the absence of these players, all those who are on the pitch can't replicate the same form that they would have added to the team.
Early days yet, but so far, Comoros are doing a job. But one thing that they shouldn't be doing is to give away set pieces around their box.
Of course, once you give away set pieces behind your boxes or around your box, it's going to open you up for, as it were, open you up. Then you'll be able to, or you you open yourself up for the opponent to come at you. So even if it's going to be closer, it should be far from you. At least wouldn't once the ball is ballooned, you have a chance of intercepting play and doing all of that.
30 minutes of action, still no goal. We haven't seen any attempt from Comoros inside the first 30 minutes. But they've done the job to control the game in their own way. They might not have the ball, but surely they can control the game with intensive defending.
80% of possession to Morocco, 20% to Comoros. 5 shots at goal, 0 from Comoros, and just one big chance, one corner kick that was from Morocco that we just saw. 92% of the passes complete and 61% from Comoros. It means that Morocco are on top. Comoros are just sticking to their game plan and wishing that something good will come out from their plan that they brought into the game.
Wishing that something good will come out. But there is something we need to also check. Unai back to Sabari. Unai will pick it again. Open up to Naif Aguerd. Back to Unai. Mazarari will pick it up. Morocco still in the attacking area. But anytime the visitors get the ball, they seem not to know how to beat the press.
Of course, because it's a game plan, and all we came here to do is let's sit back, watch them play, we get them on the counter, then we hit them on the break. But they are not getting that clear counter attack that they will say we've gotten them on the counter, let's punish them. So it's when they get the ball, they are just looking for one man up front to just balloon the ball. If it goes to him, fine. If it doesn't get to him, they all draw back and also come starts from the back again.
Start from the back again. They're whipping another ball. But it's been cleared out of danger again. Now, there is Comoros. A collision there. But the referee is not having any of it. Rashid side. Included with the man who came in to replace Roman Saiz. El Yamik. Temporary hold up for El Maik to get some attention. And a foul in favor of Comoros. Let's see what they can do. Are you sure we can see a goal in the first 45 minutes?
Let's be hopeful. Let's be hopeful. I'm sure we can see a goal. But if it just had to be, the Moroccans should be calm. They all should be calm. Once you try to mount pressure and the pressure is not coming, or the opponent is very, very trying to resist the pressure, then you should be very, very careful, because they might turn back to hunt you. I'm sure we are going to see the first yellow card in the game from the referee. It was just another caution that he gave to the Comoros team player. So I think the referee is calm. The players are trying to play around his lenience. They are taking his
Yeah,
lenience for granted.
I think that he's just trying to prevent unnecessary cards and all that. And sometimes you start flashing cards left, right, center. It destroys the game.
Not at all, because if it's a bookable offense, yes, you should give the person that card. Serve as a caution to other players on the pitch. It's like you going on an attack, then a player deliberately holds you from the neck or just kicks you from the back. Then the referee ignores that. Then another player gets the same opportunity, another player kicks from the back. Then they'll be like, this one did one, this one did one. Then you see players complaining 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. So once it's 1-1, just take it and let's move on.
All right, so somebody is asking if Morocco had a penalty. Yes, Morocco had a penalty inside the first 20 minutes. Brahim Diaz was brought down, and Sofiane picked the ball, and he couldn't beat goalkeeper Pendo. It was a poor kick in my estimation. Another reckless tackle from Kyrie, and he'll go into the box of the referee from the Democratic Republic of Congo. That was a very reckless tackle from Kyrie on Sabari. And there is it. Another free kick about 5 meters away from the 18-yard box. I can see Brahim Diaz, Sabari, Naif Agwed, all behind the ball, having some sort of conversation on who will take the ball or on which direction they will be playing the ball. And now they've left it to the two left-footed players, Brahim Diaz to Naif Agwed, but the attempt was nowhere near the goal area, was way off target. The idea was good, but Naif Agwed couldn't get the connection he was looking for. Probably it is because the ball is very slippery.
This is not, I'm not sure it's because the ball is very slippery. The idea wasn't good for me. It was supposed to be one man going in for the target, not kicking the ball, because once you touch the ball, it gives the opponent a fair idea of what you are going to do. So it distorts your initial plan at the beginning. But if it's just one man picking a spot and going in for the goal, it's difficult for them to know what you are thinking whilst you are behind the ball. But if you touch the ball and you wait for another person to come and kick the ball, and mind you, it's we had some downpour, and I think it's over now, so the game is a bit flowing, but because of the downpour, it's making the pitch a bit watery. So if you want to kick the ball in the way you want it, you might not get it because of how the rains was in the beginning of the game.
Let's see. Morocco. That is Morocco still in the 18-yard box. They're whipping another ball. Mazraoui with his left foot. But the visitors clearing the line with ease. Sofiane Amrabat had an excellent campaign in the World Cup, came to Manchester United. He was a pale shadow of himself.
Of course, every player would want to go to the World Cup, play very well, make a good impact, and then get a buyer, or better still, get a good team in Europe to go and play. But it tells you that you need to prepare well, because where you are going to, it's not a slippery ground, but a tough opponent or a tough team or a tough league. Because if you are from French League 1 and would want to go to the EPL, it means that you are going to compete among the best. So you should be counted as the best, or you should be one of the best when you want to compete among them. You can't just move from where you were in the French League 1 and come to Europe, come to EPL and say you are going to be the you are going to win the goal king. Or else you have people who are in there banging 25 goals in a season and they are not even near the goal king chart. So you should be on top when you want to make an impact for yourself.
You should be on top. Morocco calling for another referee, Ulas Enterprise. We saw the best generator set, water pump, drilling machine, compactors, wheelbarrows. If you are looking for Ulas Enterprise Medina taxi rank, you will surely meet them. And when you go, just tell them that, Ghana Web sent you. You get a cool discount. Now let's get 5 minutes within regulation time. And the fans are still hoping to see the nets shaking in the first 45 minutes. And nothing seems to be happening. Morocco, the moment they fall down in the 18-yard box, they are calling for a penalty.
Of course, you could see the lighter on the referee's face.
And there is a VAR review, and that is a clear penalty as they.
Was a handball from the Moroccan player himself.
Okay, we need to check that.
That is not a penalty. He used his hand.
We need to check that.
It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. There's no way this is going to be a penalty. Because from the play, once he entered the box, he used his hand to kick.
No, so
the ball.
yes, but you can make a case for the handball. That is if they see it. But that tackle on how do you call it, Brahim Diaz, it's a penalty, clear as day. And look, this is what I was talking about.
He didn't touch him. There was no kick. There was nothing. It's just a dive. He should have given him a yellow card. He didn't touch him. This is nothing the referee should go and review. This is nothing he should go and review.
No penalty.
Of course, he shouldn't go and review this. He didn't touch him. He didn't even kick the ball. The player didn't get the ball. He just threw his leg into the air. And this is not something that you should go and waste 2 minutes or 3 minutes of time to go and check. This is not a penalty. Let me alone. This is not a penalty. The Moroccans should stop the simulation exercise they are doing. This is not fire service where they are doing simulation exercise. Be doing this, doing that. Just get the ball into the opponent half. Make sure you are getting the target and scoring. Not get into the box and wait for the referee to whistle for a penalty. If the referee doesn't do that, then they start throwing their lighters and other things. This is not a penalty.
And so the referee didn't take a penalty. It's clear that there was a dive.
This should have even been a yellow card because he used his hand to handle the ball. It's going to be difficult for Morocco from how the game is panning out. It's going to be difficult for Morocco because they are really eager to get the first goal, and it's not going to come that easy. And if the referee has signaled for 6 minutes of additional time, we have a long way to go in this first 45, and also in the opening ceremony, in the opening game of the Morocco 2025 AFCON. If Morocco are struggling to get a goal against Comoros, then it tells you that Comoros have really learnt a lot in their last AFCON and also in their preparation stages before coming into the tournament. And it looks like Morocco are missing some services of some key players, and that shouldn't be the case. If you do that, it makes you who are on the field of play, you don't have anything to offer. You get it? Because if you are going to a tournament and you have a right back who is injured or a right back who is not fit, we get another right back. The second option should be able to take charge in the absence of the regular right back. So if you're not able to do that job and he comes back and he's doing it perfectly, then you make a case that you coming into the team was of no use. So we should go back for the right back that we have. So I think that Morocco, they should relax because right now they have nothing to lose and everything is going right for them. So they should really, really calm down.
They should really calm down. Inside 5 minutes, let's see. It doesn't look like we're going to get a goal. It doesn't look like we're going to get a goal. But that is Comoros. They have a very dangerous attack with a free kick. Can they do something?
Comoros might be able to cause an upset if Morocco continues to play like this. Then Comoros will definitely cause an upset. And once they're able to upset the Moroccans, that will be the end for Morocco in the tournament. Because if you're able to, or if they lose this game now, it means that they will be down. They will be down, as it were. Not in say something like in spirit. In spirit, they will be down, but it will be difficult to get their momentum back. If they're able to do that, that will be because of they hosting the tournament because everything is going well for them. I think this should be a bookable offense for the Morocco player. He just went in for the goalkeeper, not for the ball. Yes, that is a yellow card for him.
A yellow card for Brahim Diaz. And the frustration on the faces of the Moroccan players. Oh, okay. It was his other foot, but I think that there was a loose ball, and they all decided to go and then hustle for the ball, and Yassine Bono nearly caused a massive blunder. Massive. But the goalkeeper needed some quick attention. But all these, some way to reduce the pressure on your team. And for some people, they will say that they are impressed with what they've seen from the visitors so far.
Of course, everyone should be impressed because if you're at the stadium and in the first 45 minutes, Morocco hasn't been able to score a first goal in the tournament, then you should be impressed with what the Comoros national team are doing, because they came with a game plan. They were sitting back initially. Now they've moved from sitting back, get the ball, attack when they need to attack. I think from what they are playing is what I'm just going to repeat. They attack when they need be. If they don't want to attack, they get their shape right. All of them come behind, support the back four. If they are attacking, then they move on to attack.
The final minute. Morocco trying their possible best. And I won't be surprised if the whistle goes any moment from now, because we've gone past the 6 additional minutes. But the Moroccans still pushing. Sabari whipping another ball. It has been cleared out of danger, still in the own half of Comoros. They clear the ball, and Morocco sent it back to their goal area. They are not giving them any time to think on. They will have to think on their feet fast. Sabari drift to the middle. Good skill from Mazraoui to Brahim Diaz. He's been fouled, and the referee says this will be the end of the 45 minutes plus 6. But we did 8 anyway. And the first 45 minutes, their major highlight was the penalty, which Sofiane Rahimi couldn't convert in the 11th minute. Probably that could have changed the dynamics of the game.
Of course, that should have changed everything in the game, but he missed that opportunity in the 11th minute. And some statistics that came in the first 45 minutes, Morocco had 18 touches in the box of Comoros, but Comoros had just 1 touch in the box of Morocco, which tells you that Comoros are not attacking so much. And we had 2 corner kicks from Morocco and 1 big chance from Morocco. That was a penalty that was missed, and 12 free kicks from Morocco and 10 from Comoros, and 334 passes out of a possible 365, making 92% for Morocco and 65%, 64 out of 99 for Comoros. That was what came by way of some statistics, and 88% of passes in the final third going for Morocco, and 8% of passes in the final third for Comoros. It means that in the final third, in the 16-yard box of the opponent, Morocco is doing so well. Comoros are failing to get into the opponent's attack or opponent's goal area just to make some incursions into the game. But it's a good start for Comoros. The first 45 minutes holding on to the host nation. Again, it starts again, and I tell you that after the first 45, 60th minute, 65th minute, 70th, there's no goal. Then the upsets comes in, frustration sets in, then Morocco begins to lose guard. Then Comoros, if they are really on top of their game, then they could counter and get a goal in this tournament for themselves against the Moroccan national team.
All right, so this is Ghana's live coverage of the 2025 AFCON opening game between Morocco and Comoros. Goalless after 45 minutes. Sofiane Rahimi missing a penalty in the 11th minute. We are not showing the game because we don't have the right to show it. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be back with more.
can say ba could be come the day ba. Na dey no pam say akwa bi so the day na me so wehu. Me jadua no ho na mba betena.
See the to do bicycle came the we uniform or some kind of plan.
I don't know me say na we retire anabe wo.
When retired sir.
Okay, Ghana Blasters.
Back club side there or share club.
Wonya ya ade no woni bi won so say wo
unse player retired so.
And me beg my manyeska. Me ntu bi madasa me so me kwan wa.
This one is a fan of the team. However, he's no more supporting the team due to the poor performances that they've put up recently. The AFCON qualifiers, he did not watch any of the Black Stars matches because of some of the performances that they put up that led us to the disqualification. Now, going to the AFCON, he believes that because of Ghana's absence from the AFCON, he will be watching some of the matches. But if Ghana were to be part, he wouldn't have bothered to watch any of the AFCON matches. And so he's still disappointed in the team. He believes that the entire team, the new players should be called up. And that's one of the ways that the team will win his heart back to supporting them. Eja Ghana anko AFCON. Ebe shase Sunday 21st December. Then now AFCON saying now be see huno.
Oh, Ghana anko de nyamia say Ghana anko. Eze Ghana okọ da omunko yeshi. No mako say yesika keke. Ti omunti manko de nyamia se. Na yefa sika na ebutu juma. Ne mama bro peska da ye juma nti eno no.
Basanka koya eja enije kakra ba man no mu ni ade.
AFCON ye koye say ayin da so ba ye budget eso wa beji cap no kwa unya sa Ghana budget e ko nti eno no.
Fias kasem ni tin ke ye pass
yanko.
Na team no so hu on board bon say ya cover for World Cup hu ye bon sen.
Oh. Senyame ya adom de be ye World Cup no de be ye la wa we ni de AFCON no de World Cup no kra de be ko na World Cup ho da kwa hye no. Obia pepero Ghana sa boy ye boy sheda no ye na we for ko boy she ball tro kan we mo ko boy o matimi akọ hye wan wo obi o matimi ko hye obi ante me to me kwa nko mo pe be tenance ofie
into the Emra AFCON so teams na ekọ no when now shall obetumi age and I didn't na ordering say team na betumi
oh Nigeria do me shall obetumi age say osime how was strike no me pepper intina ono ame ojido obetumi age.
Ghana for be review and person Nigeria for because one more 3 titles here or 4 one more gia one more nearby be and I only said there your banter no more and also one more back kebi actually power
oh mo ke say obo homebody a and I would do ho one more homebody I made say Nigeria man more homebody say World Cup man qualify Ghana born homebody qualify for World Cup in this sanity into where there problem here.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Mr. That's it.
And so this man is also confident about the team's performance in terms of qualifying to the World Cup. However, when it comes to the AFCON, he is happy with the fact that Ghana or the Black Stars could not make it to the AFCON because he believes that if we had qualified, the budget that we would have prepared, probably it might have been more than the money that the winner would have been awarded, as it's happened in some tournaments that the Black Stars participated in. So he believes that not going to the AFCON will save Ghana some funds, and that will help the governments, President John Dramani Mohammed's government, to embark on developmental projects. But looking at the favorites for the AFCON, he tips Nigeria. He is not bothered about the rivalry that exists between Ghana and Nigeria. He believes that because Nigeria did better in the qualifiers, they are in the AFCON. Likewise, Ghana also performed better in the World Cup qualifiers. So Nigeria winning will make him very delighted. And the style of play for Victor Osimhen also impresses him a lot. And so he is hoping Nigeria wins it. And that is not bothered about the fact that if they win, they will be leveled up with Ghana with 4 trophies. Ghana couldn't qualify for the AFCON. What are your thoughts? If you're watching some AFCON matches, how would you feel?
Me, I feel delegated, right? Because seeing the AFCON is not like it's not an easy work. Yeah, we know. We all know that it's not an easy work. But if you see the squad that we have seen for that AFCON, which means you have to win it, right? I was saying winning because AFCON, you know, saying easy. So what I say, yeah, you know, saying easy, but players are here. You need down. Must say AFCON. I was saying yet me here, yet me fan, and yet some performance on the here, you know, and definitely be blame na drop. Me say me a Barca fan pa. So what I say, me a Barcelona fan pa. And anytime me want to say Obi to say Inaki Williams, any Barcelona to say Atletico almost ya send ya or performing na me hono and yes our performance no ya who Ghana has it
nti said the ntumi an qualify no oh sharp corner will be feeling and Nigeria mu na won't be oh sharp will be feeling saying
oh
yeah
yeah because World Cup I qualify na AFCON
so sharp no problem pa na cover coaching and players and other
me meet me as a coach and as a player and as a BBC but I was say you tutu yanyaman kitwe bi
it is
a bit is a fan say your pitch Google Ghana hanum say I was say titin kola and ya fit oh say ya flow bi wo obi free mediama akobo Black Stars da
oh I think last AFCON squad you know one more player back join Black Stars just one month to me
osi ba ho
that is local players to me free because Black Stars oh be me answer at least squad be your local players be me answer so you shall entity more nkula
mo ba nyina se me ka che se Spain for kula mo players for now say ebi afano say Lami Yamal mo ni Pedri mo aye hu no mo ni ho a your players on ba beteki o
ni mo academy basa academy no mo produce pa sa na opasa Ghana so ye
sa na o se Ghana so ye ade ye de nyanipa
oh ye
betimi aye
nti ye kwa AFCON no teams be na hwa mo betimi win ye Nigeria, Senegal, Morocco, Egypt team be na hwa mo your favorites
say Nigeria ko jemu bioma Africa's betimi afa bio because omo team na wo ho no obia enya bi obia nko ba bia obia apply obia nya hwe obia retire sa team na wo ho
omo two key players Nicolas Pepe and Simon Edingra two players no last AFCON omo bo omo pam omo je but this time omo nka team no ho coach ne say performances na issues bi and am omamba
ba mo ko World Cup
work up the young drone to me come but AFCON is our players in count it's still now do this Ivory Coast between
me yeah qualifies no money ho some more and say you qualifies there and na some more there and which means they will go to the World Cup
so AFCON who Nigeria say between me
okay maybe a bet me your choice
and my choice me na your choice but our choice is Ivory Coast
me choice the Ivory Coast and Senegal so ho after Morocco
host nation there who saw a chance
because Morocco host nation no you bet me aka na saade ba okay be a host nation so be boa mo kakra because boa Ivory Coast and you bet me boa mo kakra
this fan is also pessimistic about the Black Stars' performance of these days, and he believes that Ghana not going has caused some sort of sadness among Ghanaians, and so going forward the team needs to do their best to qualify for the next edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Now speaking of his favorite nation for the AFCON, he is tipping Ivory Coast. Since Ivory Coast hosted and won it in the last edition, he believes that coming into this tournament with the core of their team, they are one of the favorites that he tips them to win the trophy. Nigeria, Morocco are other favorites who could also give them a tough competition. However, he tips Ivory Coast to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Africa Cup of Nations never saw Ghana Ajefo, and so this time running to me uncle. Then our drink
I didn't say a money boy I am more in an answer even my performance maybe at the next BBC and one bit me about more money bet me qualify and for cherry betchen so anchor order a bit me IBB I found for the next round.
We no share why problem coach players GF and why now share problem the one.
Oh so far no players the bet me select coaches bet me in a juma but at the end of the day 90 minutes na be chere e bet me I ben say coach mpa obey in a juma so player no do feel that the bet me aye no e na bet me aye. I didn't say a money boy I am more in an answer even my performance maybe at the next BBC and one bit me abo mo mo ne bit me qualify na mpinifo na chere be chance enka hoda e bit me IBB afan for the next round.
We know share one problem coach players GF and why now share problem ni pa one.
Oh, so far no players the bit me select coaches bit me na juma but at the end of the day 90 minutes na be chere e bit me ben say coach mpa obey na juma so player no do feel that the obetumi aye no na obetumi aye no ntini mebo hono mo a en family mo bia because other team no no opponent na won ne bo no no so no obo se obey den obo qualify nti wan qualify a enye year and I say first time I wan qualify and enye first time o de qualify so ni nti no aye game
nti o de mi bisa say wo ho na o teams so na ye bo AFCON matches a obehwe
mehwe say eden ya Africa Cup no mo bono nti eden ya ibehwe
binum so say a hye wo mo pa say Ghana ngontu wo mo nhwe kra
me a meto say a hye me nanso aye bo nko ade obi bo na so de sua ni ma it so far say games in the Africa Cup World Cup when you the answer football is all about love it's no problem
nti ye ba no team say na akona hwanom na wo hwe betumi age wa Ivory Coast Senegal Egypt Morocco Nigeria no hwanom na wo hwe nko betumi age
can betumi atipu two teams pe okay one day met me them Algeria you won't say Morocco no they are solid but at the end of the 90 minutes no you bet me about say Algeria so mukuta solid team pa other teams no obi dey answer obi bet me about no more than America no so far so good no at the end of the day 1 month no bet me about sa nations sa matches no bet me actually
Nigeria for so omo players pa Osimhen Lookman omo wini a omo ni na benya 4 trophies in fact omo di begu yeso pa then our Nigeria team no
modern obo modern na woje wambo modern a okuta team kra mase na make ya nya de be adwuma de nya say teamwork na e deserve
Nigeria je nya o ye nya o shi omo je aye
say me nipa meti ball asin ko ade ne ya upode shene nya problem mami dia o defend team na say country amonso no mpese omoji omaji yenso ya jibi but ye modern mo na you say next time betimi apija ye modern mo na timi aye bibisa
to omo ne je 44 na wo de enka
44 de enka me de be hamu
no na e ka no
de be hamu pa na say uno be proud no ba be pa ho de e issue pa
na unim say de omo ni yesu
for so de yan say enokra be e competition nti won
push ye more
be age for how come say the next stage no betimi aja ho sa nti you have
on Ghana Web. We're giving you the live commentary of what is happening at the Abdallah Sport Stadium. Ghana didn't qualify, but yet we still have to talk about the AFCON. But also remember that Ghana Web will be covering all Nigeria games in a group phase because, you know, yes, our Niger brothers and all that. But let me come to you, Frank. But before, let me reiterate this point that, please, somebody is asking, is this live or animated? Please, this is live. Greetings from Aruba. Okay, but please, I want to state that we don't have the right to show it, and nobody can show this game on YouTube. If you try, they will block you, and that is why today they block a lot of YouTube accounts. But then, what are you expecting in the second half?
I think the first 45 minutes, our expectations were we were going to see some goals in the first half, but it didn't happen. So going to the second half, I think we should see a goal Well, this goal or this game can't go goalless. It can't go goalless because it's the opening fixture. Once we see a goal in the first game, then it tells you how the other games would also pan out. But if it goes goalless, then frustration sets in the country or in the host nation's country. Then it makes the beauty of the game goes other way around. And after this game, I'm not sure people will still be rooting for Morocco. If it ends goalless, I'm not sure they'll be still rooting for Morocco. People are rooting for Morocco just because they are the host nation. And if it goes goalless, then I'm not sure we can still be rooting for Morocco to win the tournament.
All right, so let's go back to the Abdullah Stadium. The second half has started. Playing positions have switched. Morocco now playing or defending from right to left on commentary position, whilst the visitors, being Comoros, they are now playing from left to right. Isaiah El Iboue with the throw in the early stages of the second half. Do you still think that the Atlas Lions, who have scored all games in 2025, have produced a minimum of 3 goals as long as Morocco is playing? The team is struggling, but Brahim Diaz had an excellent first 45 minutes despite picking up a yellow card. And there is Brahim Diaz surging forward. Very difficult for Comoros to handle Brahim Diaz. It's always been difficult to handle, even in the Spanish La Liga, EA Sports. And that is what we've all been talking about. Can we see some goals? Yacine Bono, safest pair of hands. To me, he is the best goalkeeper on the continent. Very good goalkeeper, Yacine Bono. And Unai wins a foul for Morocco. 2 minutes after the break. Are you seeing some energy in the game?
Morocco is still playing like they were doing in the first half. Trying to mount pressure. You can't mount pressure for 45 minutes without the opponents at least getting one chance at you. So you should calm down, possess the ball. Once they're able to possess the ball, that is when they'll be able to open up the spaces between the opponent's backline. Then they penetrate into the goal post, but they are trying to mount pressure even when there is no need for them to mount pressure.
They're trying. Morocco nearly got the opener in the game. It was a good ball. And I believe that Salah should have done better. This ball, it is Anawi rather. He should have planted that ball at the back of the net. But we go again with another build-up. Naive again with his left foot. He's been forced to go back. But he managed to win a defensive throw-in for Morocco. Now Comoros are not staying all the way back again. They are now pressing Morocco in their own half. Probably this can work in favor of the Atlas Lions. And there is Mazraoui surging for us. His pass has been cut short. He commits and concede a throw-in.
I think the only way the Comoros national team can unsettle the Moroccan national team is when they get the first goal. If Comoros is to get the first goal, it will change the dynamics of the game, or allow Morocco to now sit back, analyze how they would want to approach the game to get an equalizer into the game, and they wouldn't want to leave their fans in the stadium with a defeat. So they would want to go in for an equalizer that would probably open them up for Comoros to also punish them. And I don't think that Morocco, with the caliber of players they have and with the fans behind them, would want Comoros to punish them in their backyard in the opening game of the AFCON. It's very, very crucial for a country or for a host nation. If you lose your first game, it doesn't speak well of your team.
It doesn't speak well of your team. There is Comoros trying to do the unthinkable by upsetting Morocco here. But we still have more minutes to play. About 40 more minutes in this game. You could barely see fans at the stadium wearing anything aside from red and green.
Of course, it's Morocco, so it's just the red that is dominating. Like we said earlier, if it was Ivory Coast, you will see the orange color very dominating. It's in Ghana here, you will see the red, gold, green dominating. So it tells you the country that we are all witnessing the tournament from. So that is what's their culture, and that's what they believe in. So it's like going for a program. They say maybe red on gents. You see everybody in red, which means that it makes the color. It brings a certain color to the pictures or the videos that will be taken from the event. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see the colors at the stadium. And again, Morocco are struggling, and they are failing to admit. I think at this point we need to get Otuado's number 2, the Moroccan national team coach.
Are they struggling?
Of course, they are struggling to get a goal.
They are controlling the game.
You can be controlling the game. You and I know well that we all say that possession doesn't win the game. Barca can possess about 90% of the game and still lose by 2-1 or even 3-0. You get it? So it doesn't mean that you possess the ball and you still have to win. You can possess and still lose. So we need to get Otuado's number 2, the Moroccan national team coach, so he teaches them how he was able to at least get one goal against Comoros.
But our goal also came in the 9 minutes of the game.
Yes.
We also didn't score before the 52nd minute.
Yes, but he managed to get the goal.
So,
even that one, you realize that Ghana was on top.
Yeah, but this one, they are still on top.
They are still on top, but they're not getting the goal. They're not getting the answer they need. This is the opening fixture for the 2025 AFCON. At this point, we should see a goal or two that will light up the stadium. Fans are already sleeping. In Ghana here, it's about 8 p.m. and people would want to go either sleep or forgo the match and go home. So if at this point there is still
and there is Morocco get to the first goal. Brilliant from Brahim Diaz. Morocco get to the first goal through Brahim Diaz. Good goal. He managed to slot the ball past the goalkeeper. Morocco finally get to the goal the crowd has been begging to see. Morocco finally they get the goal. The crowd has been begging to see Brahim Diaz has gotten his team ahead, and that is Unai and Sofiane Amrabat all trying, and it was a good setup for Brahim Diaz to get his team ahead.
This is what they've been waiting for, and now they've gotten the goal. I think they should still, I still maintain my position. Keep calm. Once you've gotten the goal, you should now start to possess the ball. We are just into 56 minutes out of the 90 minutes. We have about 20 or 36, 34 minutes more to go. Possess the ball. Once you possess the ball, you frustrate your opponents. They open up, then you catch them on the break. But if you want to get more goals just to appease your fans, then you just give the opponent another chance to come at you just to get the equalizer. So I think they've just given us what we've been all talking about, the early goal or the goal to make the tournament.
The assist by Manchester United, Mazraoui, whilst his team is being whipped. He is on national duty, making sure that his team will carry the day.
Of course, he left behind, as it were, full Arsenals that can handle the job. So if he is away and they are losing or they lost to Aston Villa, then I'm not sure it's his fault, because this is a national duty. This is a national assignment that he needs to take care of, and he is here. So back home or back in Europe or in the club side, there are equally good players that could meet the day. So if they lost or if they drew, I'm not sure it's his fault. Now that he is home for a national assignment, he should consider, he should focus on the national duties and get it done.
Morocco is still coming again. They're trying to get the second. And there is goalkeeper stepping in to calm tempest. Goalkeeper stepping in, but the ball is still in the half of Comoros, who are trying. Morocco making another attempt, blocked by goalkeeper Pando. Now they smell blood and they are going for it. And that is the Atlas Lions for you. When they smell blood, they go all out to make sure that they get the job done. Tempera hold up. But do you think that this probably might ginger Morocco to score more?
Of course, it should, because once you've gotten the goal you needed, it didn't come in the first half. It came in the second half, in the 56th minute. You still have more time ahead of you, and you've gotten the early goal. It should ginger you to play well, at least get 2 more or even a goal more. Once they get the second goal, it means that yes, they are on safe grounds, and it's a tournament. Anything can happen. Once you're able to get in more goals, you get to a point where your goals will be needed to help you. So if you get more goals and you get to the point where we have to count the number of goals that will make you progress, then it falls down to the chances you missed when you had opportunities to score and the goals that you were able to put at the back of the opponent's net.
We've done 60 minutes of action. Mazraoui, the creator of Morocco's opening goal in the AFCON. Azedine Onai was brilliant in the World Cup. I'm surprised that he couldn't get moves after the World Cup.
Of course, probably maybe it might be to one or two things that's maybe agents or they are still looking for the right deal. But after the World Cup or even before the World Cup, there are so many moves that might come a player's way. The way these options, you might go, you might not get the chance that you were getting at your old club. So once you vary all this and you move and you still don't get the playing time, then it affects you as a player. Then it diminishes your way in which you are able to play. Once it affects you like that, then it comes to the national team. Then you might not be called to come and play for your country because it's a pride to be playing for your national team. I'm sure the number of players that are in Morocco that would have wished that once they are playing the tournament in their home grounds, they will be part, but not all of them are part, just a few. You get it? So it's a pride going to the World Cup, playing at the biggest stage. It brings certain pride. All cameras are on you. If you're able to do it well, people come. If you're not doing it well, too, everyone is seeing. So you, the agent, if you're going to sell a player that is not doing well to a team that we all watched in Europe, then you go to the team and tell them, "Oh, I have this player." You send videos, and they watch. This player played against this player. He played against this team. He didn't do so well. So where is this video coming from? You get it. So they analyze all these things and they say maybe they don't want the player. Then frustration sets in. Then the player starts moving from lesser known clubs to different clubs. Then it affects his or her play in terms of quality.
Coach Walid is about to introduce 2 new legs as he tries to establish his authority on the game. And that is what he is hoping for. Personally, I was hoping to see En-Nesyri, but Azedine Onai is done for the day. He's been introduced by 24-year-old Abdi Excel, who plays for Real Betis Belompe, who, as it stands now, are leading Getafe by a lone goal. So Abdi has been introduced as replacement for Azedine Onai. And there will definitely be another change. Kabib Ayoub has also been introduced to replace Sofiane Rahimi. Sofiane will be very disappointed that he was given the opportunity to get the first goal on a silver platter, but he missed that opportunity.
Of course, as a player, once you get an opportunity like this in a tournament like this and you're able to put it behind the net, then it raises your momentum that you are in for something. But once you miss from the sports kick and it's your home ground, it's a challenge because they'll be pointing fingers at you all the time. You would, it's like the I've forgotten the year, but the Asamoah penalty against Uruguay. That is what every Ghanaian remember.
You people should allow some
That is
to
what
rest.
that is what every Ghanaian
On
we all talk about. We all talk about. So pointing, even if you do the right thing, that thing still lives with them. Had it not been the goal that they had in this tournament, after this game, they would have pointed.
Yeah, he would have.
Yes,
Yeah,
you get it. So it's something that people learn. Penalty taking, it's not that easy. The whole crowd, about 60,000 capacity, then you alone against the whole 60,000. If you score, you are the hero. If you miss, you are the hater. So you should vary how you go into the penalty. And some people go into taking penalties without any form of urgency. Let's just go behind the ball. Let's kick it. If it scores, fine. If it doesn't score, we'll get another chance. You get it? So I think the penalty he missed, they were trying to make up for that loss, and it's counted in the 56th minute when they got the first goal. I must say I'm very, very impressed with Comoros, not because they've been able to hold on to Morocco for 65 minutes with just conceding a goal, but how they've announced their presence on the African continent by defeating the Black Stars in the AFCON, and also coming all the way, scoring the Black Stars again. Then Black Stars defeating them by a goal. Who would have thought that if you meet a country like Comoros, you will struggle? You get it? So Comoros are making a name for themselves on the African continent. And I think that if they are able to arrange themselves, put things in place like this, they will go far. They would go far.
If they do, they will go far. But for me, the game is not over yet. It's not over.
I think I would want to see a goal from Comoros. If we see a goal from Comoros, it will change the dynamics of the game. Then we'll see how the Lions will roar. If they're able to roar, then they will come to the party. But now it's just one goal, so they are appeasing their fans with just the goal.
They are appeasing their fans with just the goal. But we have 20 more minutes to play. And Comoros, they're still not ready to step out in numbers. But at least now they are battling it out in the midfield. And if it stays like this, to the final 10 minutes, I think that they will step out they will increase the momentum. And Morocco do not want that. And Comoros nearly committed in the attempt to play out from the back. But that was a slight challenge. And Comoros, Said, he couldn't control, but that was a very swift pass. From the Changama captain. He took the foul very quickly. And I'm not sure that the Moroccans were expecting that particular pass. But he decided to go long. That is Coach Walid. It doesn't look like he's happy.
Of course, he shouldn't be happy. Just getting one goal as a host nation. Again, from his demeanor, it tells you that they are struggling to put or swing passes together. They are struggling to get behind their opponents, which to him, with the caliber of players that the Moroccan national team have, they should be able to, as it were by now, get 2 or 3 more goals in the game. If their game against Jordan, something to go by, then they should bring in more the energy they used in playing that Arab Cup. They should inject more energy into this game rather than sitting back or trying to play to appease the fans. It's the goals that will help. If they don't get much goals, it might get to a point where they'll be doing calculations, and that shouldn't be the portion for the host nation. Getting more goals, it's they should be getting about 2 goals as a host nation. Just secure your spot, 2 or 3 goals, then you set the tournament up for others to also replicate the same form.
I understand goals will help generate some excitement in the tournament. But let me announce the games for tomorrow. Mali will take on Zambia. South Africa will take on Angola. And Egypt will play the Warriors of Zimbabwe. And on Tuesday, we'll be here again because Nigeria will take on Tanzania. Tunisia face the Cranes of Uganda. Teranga Lions up against Botswana. And Benin and DR Congo will face off. So, we'll be back on Tuesday with Nigeria. But let's see how that will go. And I know that on Tuesday, the Nigerians, they will really be on us. They will tease. And there is the man, El Naziri, the man who eliminated the Seleções of Portugal. He denied Portugal an opportunity in the semi-finals or to the semi-finals of the Mundial in Qatar. El Naziri is coming up. He will be paired alongside El Khabib. And it looks like Morocco is still surging forward. Naib down the left-hand side. Still inside the goal area, and El Khabib gets the second goal for Morocco. El Khabib gets the second goal for Morocco. Morocco gets their second goal in the game through El Khabib. They finally gotten the goal that will most likely secure the 3 points for the Atlas Lions. Good goal at a good time from El Khabib.
I think there is still another goal. There's still another goal in this game. Morocco can score 3 goals in this game if they're able to keep up the momentum that they've started in the second half. This is an excellent bicycle kick. This should be one of the best goals.
This is an excellent goal from El Khabib.
This is one of the best goals. Yes, it's just the first game, but this
and
is
the Crown Prince
the best
is
goals.
smiling throughout in the presidential box. And look at what this goal means to the Moroccans inside the Abdallah Stadium. This is a good goal. What a way to open up the tournament. Brilliant goal from El Khabib.
Of course, it's goals like this when scored, brings joy, and it's just not a normal goal. It's a bicycle kick for that matter, and it's very very nice to see him balloon or kick the ball from that spot to get that angle to put the ball past. The goalkeeper couldn't have done anything to save the Comoros national team. Yes, Morocco has gotten the 2 goals that I spoke about. They've gotten the goals they needed in the tournament. It tells you that Morocco or Comoros was or is what is it's a contender. So Morocco in their subsequent games should approach the game with all seriousness, taking this game as a benchmark, struggling to get a goal in the first half. Then you come in the second half, you manage everything well, you get your 2 goals that cushions you for the next game. So I think that Morocco, it's a done deal. I'm not seeing Comoros coming back in a 3-2 like it happened some time ago against Ghana. I can't see this.
No, but in that game, they took a 2-goal lead. They were not down by 2-0.
Yeah, but I don't see this happening again. I don't see this 3-2 happening again.
2 more changes for Morocco. Ismail Sabiri has been taken out, and he will be replaced by Adam Massina. El Naziri is also in for Brahim Diaz, as the Atlas Lions are still pushing for more goals.
They should, because it's a backyard, and it's once you are playing in your backyard, they would want to leave the stadium, go back to their hotels with joy, where fans will be waiting for them to cheer them on. You get it? So they can't afford to play the game in the backyard, go home, then be pointing fingers. You should have scored. You should have scored. You should have passed. You should have done this. They should all celebrate, sit down, then analyze the game, go into the next game, then know where to pick it from, then pick up the pieces, then move on to the next fixture. So it's something that they should do. They should win, because the fans definitely will be waiting for them at the hotels just to cheer them on. Even as the bus move from the stadium to their hotels, the fans will be there to cheer them on. If they lose, or if they were to lose, it would have been a different ball game altogether. We will see throwing of sachet water, we will see throwing of items onto the pitch, even going as far as trying to attack the team bus. So it's a different thing altogether when a team wins a match, loses a match, or even draws a match. So it's in football, so everything can happen.
In football, another yellow card for El Yamik, the 3rd booking in the game. And that wasn't a nice challenge on Changama.
This is a deliberate foul, and some fouls that this is an unpardonable offense. He just, from his actions, you saw how he went in for the tackle. It's just not it's something that's it's threatening. You get it? So
yeah,
it's something that the referee, the VAR can look at it. He just went in for the man, not the ball. So it's I'm sure he has gotten away with it. A yellow card, he will take it like that.
Inside the final 10 minutes of the game, can we get another goal? Like I said in my opening statement, games involving Morocco usually produces 3 or more goals as far as 2025 is concerned. They've been a free scoring team, but they are very stingy in terms of conceding goals. And there is Comoros, good build-up play, but Soufiane Robert was there to make sure that nothing good was going to come out from this attack. But the build-up from Comoros was brilliant, but Amrabat was there.
Again, Comoros, they are trying to swing one or two passes together, but they are not able to get past the Moroccans' defense, which tells you that the Moroccan defense have been solid and they are resisting all attacks that come their way from the Comoros national team. So I believe that Comoros probably can try a different method, not going in for the middle ball. They can try to use the flanks, or better still, just play like how the it is a volleyball, how they play. You play 1, 2, 3, then you kick or you send the ball into the opponent half. So I think that they should try and go in for that. Morocco having 14% or 14 shots at goal, and Comoros just 3 at goal.
No, 14 in total for Morocco, 4 in total for Comoros, but 2 on target for Comoros.
Yes, but the 2 on targets didn't it didn't bring anything. You get it? So it tells you that Morocco, they are trying to do more, get into the third half of the opponent. That is where it counts. If you're able to get into the third half of the opponent, then it counts. But if you get there and you are not able to make a mark, then it's of no use you getting into that opponent's third half. You get it? So once you're able to get into the third half and you're able to slot the ball into the net of the opponent, then your entry into that position was relevant.
Let's see, final minutes. The tournament is getting started. The whipping another ball inside the 18-yard box. But the ball is not out of danger yet. Morocco wanted a corner kick. Referee said no. Let's watch the replay to see if the cause for a corner kick are genuine concern. And obvious, the referee agrees. Changama is out. You will not see any more action inside the Abdallah Stadium today. 2 changes for Comoros. Yusuf Zaidu has been replaced by Yassine Bouani. And the captain, there is also Kenan Tobibo, has also been replaced by Dahoma Kasim. And don't forget that after the 2 teams who secure the top spot in their respective groups, there will also be a chance to select the 3rd best placed teams. So Comoros can do themselves some good by trying to get themselves, some goals.
Of course, that is when they are able to maybe win a match. You are able to win a match and draw 1. You have 3 or you have 4 points. Then at least you'll be able to be counted among the best 13. But if you lose all and you don't get any points from your group stage, I'm not sure you'll be counted among the 3rd best team. So they should be able to in the next game either a draw or a win to get them going in the tournament.
We will definitely see. But time is running fast for Comoros. They don't have time. And the fans are calling for a 3rd goal. Can we get a 3rd goal in this game? Well, only time will tell. But time is not on the side of Comoros tonight. But the Moroccans are not satisfied. But El Kabi nearly got a second, but he was indecisive.
Of course, you should have used his left foot. Use the right to draw the ball closer to your left foot, and just use your left to just kick the ball into the post. But he decided to go for the first time kick.
No, he wanted to control the ball.
Yes, but he should have stood his grounds, because where you were or where he was a danger zone for him or for the opponent. Once you're able to get grip of the ball and the opponent fouls you, you win a penalty for yourself. You get, so if you're in that part of the field, once the ball gets to you and you're able to get onto the ball, you hold on to it, then either you locate a player or you just raise your head to see where you can slot the ball into the opponent's half. Then you get the goal for yourself.
Then you get a goal for yourself. Can we get something, Morocco? Corner kick. 2 minutes more to end proceedings. 2 minutes more to end regulation time, depending on the number of minutes we'll get from referee Jen Indala from the Democratic Republic of Congo. He will decide. Like I said, there is only one problem with Comoros. They win possession and they turn it over quickly. That is their problem in this game, but Morocco is not going to care.
Of course, they are. Once you get the ball and you gift it back to us, we are happy, because we will also punish you by giving us the ball, because we had it, then we lost it to you, then you give to us freely, so we also get chance to regroup, gather ourselves, then attack very well. Comoros are struggling to penetrate the Moroccan defense, but they are not seeing to get the rhythm.
I can't allow you to sit on TV and say penetrate.
They are trying to, okay, I retract. They are trying to get behind the opponent's defense. You get it? So it's something that the Comoros team are struggling to do. So going forward, they should see how they will go about all this, because if you are not able to get behind the opponent team, then you can get past them and get the ball into the goalkeeper's net, or get the ball even behind the goalkeeper. And Bono himself is not a mere goalkeeper to beat in the goal post. So you need to get your kick, your shot, or your spot right before you would want to beat him in the goal post.
All right, that is it. Waiting on referee Indala for the additional minutes, because as it stands now, the 90 is done. Ola's Enterprise, generator sets, water pump, drilling machine, compactors, wheelbarrows, etc. Call us on 020-300-5498, 020-300-5498, 0248-169258, 0248-169258. We are at Medina Taxi Rank Bridge, also at Jengano and Porsche Hotel. You can locate us there. And also download the Ghana Web TV app on Play Store and Apple Store. Just download it. Download the Ghana Web TV app. And we will be good to go. Sofiane Amrabat will go into the books of referee Indala. We'll do 4 minutes of additional time. Sofiane Amrabat, fourth player to be booked.
Of course, if you saw the tackle
After El Yamik
if you saw the tackle,
and Brahim Diaz.
the tackle, he went in and received that booking. It was a deliberate tackle. He just went in for the foot of the Comoros player, which he just saw a yellow card from the referee. Some tackles that are threatening to players should be or should send some caution to players, because if you do that, either you take the player out of the tournament, then you also get your way through. Probably you just get a yellow card, willing to play the next game. But if you are sent off, then it sends caution that you can't go in for any tackle and just receive a yellow card that will help you meet or play your next game.
That is Andrew. When he came, he wanted to do some small against Morocco, but against no far. And that is Comoros. We're trying to get the last bite of the pie. Dahoma still in possession. Back there whipping. And the Moroccans, very tall, gallant men, defend their national flag. And Comoros, it looks like they cannot do anything again, because any moment from now, referee Indala from the Democratic Republic of Congo will be ending proceedings at the Abdallah Stadium. Good 3 points for Morocco. And now the Moroccans are going again.
I think Morocco should forget playing or scoring another goal. They should try to hold on to the ball. Just possess the ball, because you have just about 2 minutes to end proceedings, and if you want to get another goal, probably you might get yourself you might get another chance to score. But right now, everyone on the pitch looks tired. So just keep the ball, pass to whoever you see closer to you. Then you'll be moving the ball around. Players will be chasing you for the ball. Then the ball will be moving. For all you know, the referee might end proceedings. Then you just go away with your 2-goal lead or your 2-0. Then you take away your 3 points.
Referee, that is Ashraf Hakimi, having a casual conversation with Brahim Diaz on the bench. Hakimi, captain of the side. That referee says, this is all what we can do. Referee Adala from Democratic Republic of Congo says, we cannot play again. And so he blows his whistle to end the opening game of the 2025 African Cup of Nations, the 35th edition. And Morocco gets to the first 3 points of the tournament. And we'll be going through a quick build up. But then I also want to show you something. Stone Boy performed at the fan zone. And so when Stone Boy finished, Stone Boy has some brief encounter with FIFA President Gianni Infantino and GFA President Kurt Okreku. Let us also listen to what they discussed. We'll be back with more. All right, so guys, that is Stoneboy. Bim, bim, bim. Yes, FIFA president said bim. Yes, so it be like FIFA president don't endorse Stoneboy with that. He say bim, bim, bim. But Charlie, let me get your final thoughts on the game, and then we wrap everything up.
Of course, it's been an interesting opening fixture, and Morocco didn't disappoint their fans. They had the 2-goal. They took the game by the bull. Then they were able to win by 2-0 against Comoros. Comoros, to me, didn't disappoint at all. It was just the how it were the for lack of better words, the home factor that went for Morocco. So Comoros didn't disappoint at all. Yes, they played their all out, but it was just unfortunate they had to lose by 2-0. And I believe they are going to pick up the pieces in their subsequent games. And Morocco should also take 1 or 2 from this game, because they really struggled in the first half trying to get behind Comoros. They managed to do that in the 56th minute, and also somewhere in the 70 minutes plus they're about to get their second goal. So I think that going forward, Morocco should really get their tactics right. If they're able to do that, then they will be in for success in the tournament. But it's early days yet, but let's see what the other games will also bring as the tournament unfolds.
All right, so that is what Andrew had to say about what we saw with Morocco and then the Atlas Lions. That is the Atlas Lions and then Comoros winning 2-0. Brahim Diaz getting the first goal, and then Kabi getting the second in the 74th minute for the Atlas Lions. Thank you very much, Andrew, to the entire production crew. And I'll be mentioning their names,